ults that can be doubled, and then you run at them.
I think teams should, in general, be a little wary about picking super squishy lineups. It feels like two truths that we've identified so far. One, aside from Dazzle being completely broken and a great first pick, finally to see a Brewmaster.
Yeah, it keeps getting banned.
Stroke here?
Wow, super fast picks.
Let's go. Just keep going, babe. Let's go.
Teams with better late game seem to do well, and I think teams just with beefier heroes seem to do pretty well. We've seen some like 4 beef with 1 ranged carry lineups that have looked pretty good. The 4 ranged sort of not supports, but lich-type heroes, they just get run down. You know, you get past 25 minutes, and it seems like they're too thin. You like that mid-Rubik? I think 9 did pretty well. He made some plays, but at the end of the day, Rubik felt like he was way more thin than that OD, just overall.
I like the Dazzle Brew Open. I think it's just super solid team fight lanes all around. I'm a bit questionable on Venge and Beast. I like it.
It's auras, right?
Yes, but they're overlapping. Both heroes typically buy Vlads. So it just pigeonholes one of them into going a slightly suboptimal build because they both want Vlads.
Well, what if the Beastmaster is like a support, let's say? Haven't we seen a Beastmaster support already?
Yeah, maybe. I don't think it's a thing.
I mean, does it open up for anything more valuable, though? Like, could Venge get an early Solar Crest? Or could Beastmaster go like Necro instead of the Vlads first? Or
maybe, but I don't know. I like Vlad so much more on Beast because you get it so much faster, and it allows you to stay on map because you hit so hard you're going to regen in woods.
Like, does it somehow open up potential to get an AC earlier than planned since you're splitting auras across two?
No, you're pushing it.
I'm trying.
It's you are literally making a third Godfather movie.
Too far.
Fair enough.
What's the name of the character, like the daughter or the niece? The accent man. Oh my goodness.
Do you know? I don't know.
No, I have no idea.
It's like a movie about, some Italian like mafiosas, and she has a Valley Girl accent. It's rough. It really it ruins my immersion.
Chat?
I don't know.
Valley
yeah,
Girl
this is a
accent,
crowdsource it.
I can't. Yeah, we go to the crowd audience.
How good is Brewmaster right now? He's been banned so much that I haven't even really seen him.
He's pretty good.
He's actually
he's like a boo master. Like, he scares the shit out of me.
Yeah.
I think he's going to do a lot of work in this game. It's very nice against heroes. With Dazzle specifically, because you're always going to get the Grave off. You're not going to get burst down 100-0.
Does he still build like aura-based items as well, kind of like the Beastmaster?
Yeah, you buy Vlad's.
Yeah, perfect.
I think it's a boxy hero. I think you go Vlad's, Phase, Double Bracer, and you smack people, and then no one dies. And it's just any hero like the Dazzle Necro loves an offlaner that can help him battle and buy Vlad's, and then you just walk at things. It's a very high-level strategy, but
it's ogre style, dude. Just fucking bash him.
Speaking of which, fell off the face of the planet. Ogre.
Yeah, he really did.
Was he nerfed a bit?
He just doesn't do enough. He takes too long.
Suddenly people are just like, he doesn't do enough. Before it was like, he does everything. He's the greatest thing ever. Now it's like, he doesn't do enough.
No, now, like, you want a melee strength hero that can buy bracers, not an ogre that's going to buy nothing.
Feels like the bracer, all those buffs made ogre a little bit less strong relatively.
Yeah, well, he also, effectively every hero is going to walk around with like 20% more magic resist. Status resist is now able to be picked up, and you're just not good. You're just not good. I could explain it better, but we don't have time. We got another draft. We got picks.
You're not good, man. All right, fine.
The Huskar banned out again. We talked about it yesterday. Like, that Huskar Dazzle combo isn't nearly as scary as it used to be, but still, I guess someone that tangos well with the momentum that they want to go for with the Beastmaster Venge draft.
I hope I get to see it at least once this event somehow. I'm seeing it banned all the time, but I'm not seeing why it's banned.
Why we should do these in costume? By these, I mean these casts.
Sure.
Also, are these Puck's ears? Like, don't his ears look weird? Like, what is this?
No. Those could be just cheek flaps.
Like, it's very strange.
I think those are his
little... Cute pillow, though. I'm stealing this.
Don't steal that. I don't know whose that is. I think it belongs to someone.
Who?
And they
wouldn't even know who it is.
Well,
how would you give it back to them?
I bring it back to where I found it.
Where'd you find it?
At the BTS office. Don't steal that.
I bet it's.
I will hold you accountable, and everyone else watching at home will too.
Kids at home, this is why you don't ask permission; you ask forgiveness. Okay. So what I should have done is said nothing, stolen it, and then when I got called out, I'd be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know."
Those are not the morals you want to be teaching our Dota viewers, unfortunately. But Faceless Void comes out, and we haven't seen him yet this event, and now he suddenly shows up to play.
2 interesting picks here.
He was picked into the Silencer, which Typically is seen as a counter. You void, ult, and then silence comes out, and suddenly no follow-up there.
I think Phoenix Void is a nice combo, though. And good to have Dazzle on the outside. Makes it easier just in general for Void to close on people. The poison's certainly good. Silencer's great against Brewmaster, though. Stop that ult from coming out.
True. It's also good against Phoenix. So it's a pretty nice setup here. They have relative frontline with Beastmaster, so let's see what they're going to get here for
Alliance,
Spirit.
If you look at the Spirit lineup, their sustained damage is quite low. They're all about burst in the window of their stun lock and the silencer ult. And you have such a high sustain lineup on Alliance. You can reduce damage with the Void Leaps, Phoenix Sunray, Brew Split, Dazzle. It's a very nice draft. I don't know if I like the Monkey King either. There's a lot of negative armor potential on the side of Alliance. And you're still all in. It's single target, and it's cooldown dependent. And I don't know. We'll see. This last pick's got to do a lot for them.
Yeah, I'm not really seeing the Monkey King either.
Yeah. What are we seeing as the positives for it, though? I mean, he's a good egg hitter, but he's great in the lane to zone back if he gets up against these melee laners.
I feel like Brew, Void, like in general, all these heroes can either get away from Monkey King or survive long enough that somebody could TP or they could TP out.
Alliance's heroes love long fights. And right now I feel like the Spirit lineup all prefer short fights. And it's tough for them to find initial pickoffs against Dazzle.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't even consider Monkey King like a really good active pusher too. I mean, if they somehow wanted to segue this lineup into some sort of all-in with Beastmaster Venge, I don't know. Would you consider Monkey King even a good pusher? I don't think so.
Not particularly.
So
it's not the worst, but
I'm just curious how their play style is going to be able to match up against Alliances, who seems to do it better.
I think they're going to go SF.
On Spirit?
I don't know if it's good, but I think that's what they'll do. They could sniper again, but I think they already tried that out. Wasn't really the greatest.
Can you care to remind me, and I'm sure there's some people out there who don't know, a couple people, I'm sure, who won't admit it. What have they changed about SF now to make him kind of relevant into the scene?
Oh, well, nothing. He's still pretty irrelevant.
SF is still just kind of not relevant. It's just,
it's too squishy.
There's not many other options out there. Let's dust this one off.
He needs too many items. There's some heroes like Venge where you're just loving the whole I buy a billion Wraith Bands thing because you never needed, there was never any good items for you to buy. You love that raw stat, stay ahead, accelerate. SF, you need BKB, you need a mobility item, you need that next item. The Wraith Bands kind of slow you down too much so because you also farm with spells, not right clicks for the most part. Heroes like Viper, Venge that only right click love buying Wraith Bands.
I think Lina was a really great ban from Alliance. Somebody like that would have been a good fit. And Mirana kind of fits the bill. Somebody that can carry, also provides a little bit of control, some setup with the ultimate.
Ooh, is that a Venge? It's a Venge or Monkey King support, that means. Which is okay, but
probably the Venge, so they don't have to share the Vlads like you were talking about before. Yeah. And Mirana is great. For
Alliance, they just pick TA or Dragon Knight here now.
Yeah.
Probably Dragon Knight.
Yeah, the
but then you go against Monkey King and it could be Suffer, but at the same time, then it's a side lane Mirana. I think it's just DK or TA.
DK or TA. Nothing crazy like a Razor? Not TA. Good call.
Select your heroes.
Some nice damage to go with the Void.
Yeah, more minus armor, and you get more damage on top of Chrono. And you like playing Void with disables. You don't want to have to use Chrono to initiate.
Yeah.
So now you can chase down with traps. Void's there. So you can't really save this target properly because there's always a threat of a Chrono. It's the same with Brew. You want your team to go Divide. And then the Chrono, no pressure. You don't want to play a Bulba Magnus. You want to play a Magnus that's got time to consider what he wants to do. And in this case, it's a Void, and it's Mickey. I like Alliance's draft.
Yeah, they still have great survivability, like you mentioned before. The TA only adds to that with the reflection.
Mirana? I don't know about that.
Offlane Mirana. I remember it back in the day, but as of recent.
If you're going to say back in the day like that, you got to use an old person's voice.
Back in the day.
Better. It's close.
I'm not going older. I'm already pretty old.
Yeah, the wizard voice.
Back in the day. Is that good enough?
Yeah, it's fine, but keep going. Talk about Dota.
All right, guys. I'm not some monkey you can throw peanuts at here to make me do stuff, all right? But I'm excited about the matchup nonetheless here. Alliance had a really rough day number 1 we keep talking about. They get their win here. But Spirit, we're just behind where No Pango is. So these teams could end up battling it out for the secondary spot in the upper bracket.
Yeah.
Very important.
I also like the Alliance draft better, but I think the FNG Silencer is the one that could throw a wrench into the mix. All these heroes outside of TA are pretty sensitive to silence. So well-placed globals could be game changers.
Does this have a voice pack inside? Feel this. What is this?
No,
light.
it's a light.
How does it turn on?
You're supposed to like squeeze it somewhere, but battery's probably dead.
Oh, hold up.
Yeah. I remember not buying that pillow specifically because it takes batteries, and then I regretted it because it's cool.
I'm in his guts.
Yeah, but I don't want a hard thing inside my pillow.
Me too.
You know,
That's why I didn't go for it. I bought the Tidehunter one.
I got the Spirit ones.
I've got the Jug
as we
one.
see wonderfully on display back here.
I don't have the spirits.
They were up like limited for like a day, and that's when the whole shop fiasco happened with the shipping. And
I should have bought the spirits.
And then they came back up. I think you could still get them now.
Really?
I thought they were good.
Are there batteries anywhere so this works? Why
I don't know, bro.
Stop
slapping the puck pillow. Leave puck alone. All right, let's get into it now. We have Alliance on the Radiant side.
You remember where that started?
It's like one of the original like viral videos, I feel, at this point.
Chris
Maybe not original, but...
Where is he now?
Yeah, I don't know.
What's he doing?
No idea. No idea.
I couldn't even begin to imagine writing a book, for all I know.
Probably. He probably sold a book. Probably a bestseller.
The Hawk?
I just want to be the next George Foreman grill, but the Kyle Friedman grill.
Dude.
How do I make it better?
Yeah, that was sort of a meme ahead of its time as well. George Foreman selling grills.
Yeah.
Like, well, fuck, why not buy a grill from George Foreman? He beat the shit out of all those people. I bet he knows how to cook a steak.
He's a champion. I want a champion's grill. Let's go.
Are they
Kokona.
Yo, they're just
First
asleep.
blood action swinging out here. And it's Dazzle to be in trouble.
Good
it takes no effort. They just shove that guy into the dirt. Moving on to the next target. Spirits say this is our turf.
They were caught completely napping and got pincered by from three sides. Not one side, not two, but three. That's a triangle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Menage a trois, isn't that?
Yep. Menage a trois.
I did that right. I'm cultured.
That's a threesome. Well done.
How do you do it right?
I said it right.
You got to use both hands.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Lots of butter.
And lots of butter, yes.
Wow.
Like a bagel, right?
That sounds sizzling.
That's how every good Friday night starts, with a lot of butter. What do we got in the mid here? Is this a potential
Tomorrow's
courier
Friday,
snipe?
right?
Yeah, it is.
Yes.
Can't wait.
Ooh, tonight's Thursday. Night football on Twitch. Chargers Chiefs.
Chargers Chiefs? Wow.
I can't wait for the sports ball.
I've got the backup running backs on both teams on my fantasy team.
I'm going to put a $5 on the Chargers.
I'm also playing Blitz in the cosplay league. He's got Mahomes and Kels.
Oh, no.
So help me throw them some bad juju.
Who's winning in that league right now?
No, you want to know who's losing.
Or who's losing, rather.
It's losing. It's going to end up as either Hotbid,
nice,
Grant, Shannon, or I think Phil.
Again,
really?
Up.
Okay. That's
and the championships right now, semis, are me and Blitz, which is pretty dumb because we're the best two teams.
What's important about this, because most
Frankie
people out there, don't care about fantasy, but the important part is the loser has to wear a cosplay that you guys agree on.
Yes, and the winner, the winner picks it for.
Oh, the winner picks a
cosplay.
Agreeing,
all right.
And in the past, it was Conrad dressed up as Queen of Pain, and then what was it last? It was Shannon.
Was Kunkka.
Shannon as Kunkka. Now, I hope you guys get more adventurous this time. Yeah, I don't care about fantasy. I care about seeing who has to wear the crappy cosplay.
If I win, I got this.
I care about the punishment.
Uh-oh. First blood potential?
Yes, it is.
Taiga.
No, it's second blood. But
second blood. You're right.
First blood in the top lane.
First lane kill.
Justified.
All right.
And what kind of kill potential are we going to see here? I don't see much of it. Dazzle Void.
Beastmaster 4. Sorry to interrupt.
No, it's okay.
Weird. I haven't seen it before.
Beastmaster 4?
Mm-hmm.
The support Beastmaster I mentioned in the early part of the draft?
That is exactly what I'm referring to.
All right.
I thought you were just talking out of your ass, but it turns out.
Sometimes I do talk out of my ass, and sometimes I talk out of my ass.
Yeah, it's the core bench then, yeah.
Imagine if your ass could talk. Imagine if your mouth was where your ass was. How would that change
society? Speak the language.
Imagine if you switched your mouth with your asshole, right? How would you? How would you like communicate in society? Like, what would become proper?
You just fart at each other all the time.
Everyone would be a lot more flexible.
Well, yeah.
Would you rather have fingers as long as your toes or toes as long as your fingers? Dakota.
Fingers as long as my toes, or toes. I would fingers as long as my toes.
Same. Why?
Because
I got a totally different response.
Shoes. I just feel like walking would be uncomfortable.
You would need special shoes.
All right, we see the Brew kind of taking advantage of. He's trying to juke his way through the trees, but they pincer in. And Silencer's pretty weak here. Still feels good enough to move on in for the Phoenix. And he'll Icarus dive out.
No, I would want toes as long as fingers, because then you could still use your hands like normal, and if you're sitting down, you could like do shit with your feet.
It's true.
Like you could use.
Yeah, but you're
going to
need really big shoes.
Yeah,
right?
Who cares, dude?
I just wear those weird finger shoes.
I don't know. You take your socks off.
You probably wouldn't be able to walk.
I mean, I hope you find someone
it would
that
certainly
accepts
make
you
a
for your
menage
feet.
a trois much easier. You said you need both hands. Now you got four.
There
I
you
mean,
go, dude.
I'd like to see the people who accept that kind of a thing and think it's freaky and fun, but, you know, more power to you.
That's weird. Is that still a foot fetish, though?
Menage a
I
quattro.
don't know what the hell that is at that point.
That's mutation fetish, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, it's all
God
some
damn.
Left 4 Dead cosplay. Ugh. All right, well, folks, at home, we've got the laning phase. Exciting, varied, powerful.
They're
You're not
smacking
convincing
each other. TA is doing okay against this Venge. Mid-Venge, that's a thing.
Yep, it is right now. Is it working?
Annie,
Well,
are you okay?
TA's already kind of got acclimated pretty nicely as a powerhouse
Yeah,
mid
that's
laner.
not great. 10 denies.
All right, turning back around, looking to go for the dazzle, setting out the boar for the slow, and they
Boar's
just slowly
so
wither
good.
him down. He's trying to hide through the trees, sidesteps the arrow, but they just leap on top of him. And Void's like, sorry, bro, I got to go for CS. Meanwhile, quick catch right there, as it is going to be the takedown
It's a hasted
of
TA.
little FNG.
Yeah. An
Quite
easy
fun.
one for the Quikster.
Like fuck.
Koikfa building off the momentum.
It's actually Kajofa.
He said that the name came from just some letters spammed on the keyboard.
You think he regrets that? You think he wishes he had just put in a little more effort and picked a name that isn't
Yeah.
random characters?
It sounds pretty cool.
It's not too bad. But
Koikfa.
it must suck having to explain that to everyone who sees it for the first time, being like, Koija, what is this? Huh? What?
Yeah, new hosts and interviews. I'm here with
Like-
Koikfa.
I mean, every single time.
Dude, I wish I had named myself. I feel like the old EG squad had all the best names. Like easy, cheap name. You know, Fear and Universe. Like those are great names. I could have been.
Those are pretty godly names.
I could have been
yeah.
Supernova or like.
Supernova. Could have been Supernova. You can still be. Do the Jimmy Dream. I could be Pegasus. Let's go.
Pegasus.
All right, Monkey King getting slapped around a bit. Tries to hide through the trees. The burning damage is there, though.
Yeah, you brought up the dumb extra Ice Frog abilities. You see Brewmasters right there.
Yep.
That's why he's either banned or first dude by Alliance every single game. And Boxy's Brew is one of the best in the world. No shenanigans.
Looks pretty dirty.
Did you watch the second Super Troopers? I haven't yet. Was
I
that
did.
good?
No,
I
I
saw
have
it in
not.
theaters. We did it on Movie Buffs. It was okay, not great.
Not
Not great.
Is the first as good as I remember it being?
It's pretty good. It's got some great, just quotable
The
moments.
quotables.
But everything you go back, it's like, you know, it's as a
It's
movie as a
bad.
whole, it's kind of, but you know, it was fun and it brought me enjoyment in my youth.
Yeah, you know it's a great classic movie? Waiting.
Waiting is a classic, especially if
Waiting.
you've been a server and worked in the hospitality business like
Yes.
myself. You
Same.
find that movie quite hilarious.
Nice TP home
Remember
here.
when Dane Cook was funny?
No.
Dude, that was
He was never funny.
for like 10 minutes.
Yeah,
20
yeah,
years
yeah.
ago.
The anti-Dane Cook people like, I never found funny.
Hey, guys,
I never
did you
found
ever
him
think,
funny.
Did you ever think like
I wasn't
whoa,
into comedy.
Oh,
then.
he jukes the Q.
Okay,
Mischief, another Ice
it's
Frog
it's a
ability.
pretty good spell you got there, huh? Courtesy of the frog.
Jesus.
Oh,
what
but a
if it
good
turns
stun
out-
set up bottom lane.
Man,
They're going to shoot down.
Sania
They're
is
taking
just-
full advantage of this dazzle.
Dude, him and Void just doesn't hurt. You
What
know,
if-
like he can't. Ugh.
What if Ice Frog, it just turned out was like a celebrity this whole time, and that's why he stayed a secret? Like it was just
Like
it was
who?
Gwen Stefani.
Keanu Reeves.
It's Gwen Stefani.
What do you say, Gwen Stefani?
Yes.
That's such a random call out. The lead singer, no doubt, happens to be a Dota 2 fan.
Exactly.
I mean, it'd be crazy if it was like actually Jeremy Lin or something like that. Wild. That's the closest I think of a celebrity
Vin Diesel
in a
dude.
real world. Vin Diesel.
He's the real Ice Frog.
I would believe it if he already had a voice pack in the game, which would be pretty great. The Iron Giant voice
So
pack.
you think Rick and Morty is actually Ice Frog?
No. Ice Rock too smart for Rick and Morty, believe it or
Rick
not.
and Morty, a good show. I thought about watching it, but then I looked around and the internet said if I wasn't super smart, I wouldn't get it.
FNG managed to snipe the last hit, but it will cost him.
I've only watched a couple episodes, and I didn't get the hype. I was introduced to it by a bunch of hipsters that just kept telling me that it was good, but couldn't explain why it was good, which didn't make me believe it was good. Have you watched it, Dakota?
What are you talking about?
Rick and Morty?
Yeah.
Does
It's all right.
Live up to the hype?
That's got funny moments, of course.
I just feel like it became so much of a meme. Like,
I mean,
for like 3 weeks, it's just like, oh, I'm Pickle Rick. Like, okay, cool,
I mean,
dude.
yeah,
like,
it could be over.
I don't get it. I don't get it. You know what show that's underrated? BoJack Horseman. But I recommend not watching it if you're depressed.
I watched the first season.
All right
it's pretty
then. I'll pass on that.
It's very weird, though. The fact that he's a horse, I can't get over it.
A really underrated comedy is Arrested Development. That shows the shit. I mean,
I
didn't realize.
I'd say it's appropriately rated. I don't know many
yeah.
people that don't like it.
Jason Bateman is low-key
No, he's great.
awesome.
I like young Michael Cera, too. His, like, deadpan awkwardness is
Oh, for sure.
my
perfect
favorite.
for that.
He made.
Okay,
You know that movie, This Is the End?
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah.
And he's the Michael Cera cameos are like that was actually the best part of the movie. Like,
He's kind of typecasted almost, though.
Yeah.
but that's what makes it good.
He's great at it. You know, just like Christopher Walken was great villain for a while, typecasted as
Oh,
swap
the
back.
swap in the arrow.
Set up.
That's a Dota.
Beautifully
Oh,
done. But a nice save, yep. Sania had a lot of trouble in the landing phase, but looking to
And
shine
hello.
forward here. Beautiful two-man Chrono set up. They're looking to isolate the Venge, and they get it done.
It's working out.
It's costing a bit of resources here, but the Monkey King springs into action from the trapeze above. Looking to fly in and smack things down. Can they get a hold of the Faceless Void? They got him with the curse and the arrow. Boom.
That's another old school meme. Get her done.
Let's get more out of it here.
Larry the Cable Guy.
Got to get her done.
Oh, nice turnaround with the heel, but the stacks. 9.
Damn.
Makes it a double kill, but look mid, look top, towers are dying. Boxy,
Oh.
Hoifa, they have no
Hoifa.
one stopping them.
Hoifa. Doing work in the mid lane. Meanwhile,
Tiger,
still action on the bottom.
looking
We
like
see
a kitty cat.
Hesta Joe barely limping out.
Ooh.
I don't know if
Two
that's
towers.
worth, guys. You
One
lost a tower mid to a TA that already put the Venge he was up against into a body bag. Team Spirit, you get the bottom tower, but we'll see.
TA's rolling, dude.
TA is a big problem
Remember,
because he
that
will
Venge was
feed
mid,
on
and
people.
she's...
And what is Beastmaster going? Who's buying the Vlads? It's going to be the Beast going Earn
Yeah.
and Venge going Vlads, maybe?
She's got it.
She's got
Wow,
the
Vlad, like
Vlads.
that's crazy fast. But that's the thing about Venge now. It's good. It's 40 billion %.
Yeah, and like you were talking about, I don't even know if it was on stream. I think you were mentioning it because of your pub or whatever, that you
yeah.
get it in spirit form or whatever.
Yep, I like having a Blightstone for the same reason. Blightstone and your W plus a Vlad's is like a 12 armor turnaround.
Hell yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah, it is 12 armor. So in a team fight, you represent that much difference if you attack somebody and get a W. Anyway.
And you do 100% your damage?
I think so. Can you scroll over the Venge E? Yeah.
Damage bonus. Oh, that's something Aura, obviously. Illusion damage.
Damage
dealt.
taken
100%,
150%.
yeah.
So you
150%,
die
okay.
a little faster.
Radiant's
faster,
middle tower
okay.
is under attack.
I wonder if he died to like Lion Drain mana.
That's a good question. Is it an illusion technically? I don't think so.
Yeah. I don't know. I have no idea.
I don't know.
Dire's top
Brewmaster's
tower
getting pretty
is
close to
under
that
attack.
blink.
The concern is, I mean, it's all on Koifa has got to play a solid game. And you say he's going Blink on Brew instead of Vlad's first?
Yep.
I just don't like it. Deso TA, Blink Brew. Thank you, Ari. I'll swap it to Midas. If you're going to go Deso TA, you got to tell your team, look, boys, I'm not doing anything for the next 6 or 7 minutes. Y'all better invest because I ain't fighting. And I think that call went out. Speaking of fighting, classic children's movie Balto. Where he
Balto?
took on Scar.
Balto.
I'm so glad Balto won. That was my childhood.
That's the name
in
of
a
the
nutshell.
movie? Balto?
Balto.
Yeah.
Never heard of it. Is that
Are
short
you
for Baltimore?
serious?
No, it's like an animated dog.
I've never heard of it. I've never seen it.
Radiant
Balto?
are scanning.
Came
No.
out in
You should
late
definitely.
90s.
That's a great show your kid when he's like 4.
I'll show them.
101 Dalmatians was my shit.
No,
live action?
Mine was
no, animated.
I credit this
Watercolor.
to probably why I'm a pseudo weeb, but My Neighbor Totoro or whatever. I think I watched that a little bit when I was younger.
Would you believe I watched a little Sailor Moon when I was young?
I did too. It's
Are you a secret tuxedo mask or whatever?
that was
You look like you
he
could
was
be a
watching.
tuxedo mask.
I just liked Sailor Moon.
All right.
I'm all about Sailor Mars, babe. Was it Venus? I don't remember. There was one that was like had a
Spicy attitude.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I like
you look
Sailor
like you like
Pluto.
that.
Use the Midas Arcane Rune. You have a Midas. Oh my God. Oh
Grant
my.
is seething.
Oh
Grant is seething.
my God.
Grant.
I gotta take my
Grant.
headset off. I gotta. Oh.
Oh my God! Use the Midas. There we
Thank
go.
you, Jesus. I was sweating.
Ghibli's not a weeb, you dumb. Ghibli, I mean, anime I thought is weeb. And
No,
it's animation.
Weeb
like
is
a
like
half step.
Hakatsu no Toro or
okay,
some
yeah.
shit, and they're like, oh, we're basketball players, and we're here to save the world.
I guess I didn't know the definition of weeb. My bad.
Weebs, yeah.
You're like dipping
Akira?
your
Is
foot
Akira
in.
count as weeb?
I don't even know what that is, so probably.
I don't know.
Okay, well.
Structures are fortified.
Shout out my weeb friends out there.
Anything that has powers that utilize more than 4 syllables,
Okay.
probably weebs.
Lead in.
Silent, no follow-up, just like you said, but the bash is
Oh.
the roar,
Oh, it's
the
gonna
arrow.
cost him a
No.
lot. It could.
Oh, he went blink on TA.
Mr. Joe's in trouble. He's going to go down first. FNG also falls. Skeeter, he's got no options. It's a disaster.
I like this. They went Midas, Brew, Blink, TA. I like it.
I want to see how hard it is
Death,
to take
though.
this illusion down at all.
Look at that Monkey King. You're in
Not
trouble,
that,
dog.
It's not that easy.
Dude.
If he egged there, he would have died.
4K net worth now.
Damn, that thing procs
See,
all the time.
That's an opportunity for Alliance. I think you fake a Roach there and camp that high ground with TA, and someone's going to run up it. In fact, can we camp that high ground real fast? I mean, they'll see that they're running away, so they'd probably be more likely to run up. But this pink player TPing mid, look at this. They just feed. This guy always feeds. If you're in a home, you're trying to get a better Dota player, you fake the Roach, stand there. They're always going to run up and check. But actually, it would have been bad because they're 5 people. Never mind. Good call, Alliance. Way to go, top.
All right, let's see if Spirit can do something with this, though. It's straight to the Roche pit, it would appear. No funny business on this one. Spirit have an objective at hand. They're looking to snipe in and get it real quick.
No global, no chrono, no brew split, but there is an egg.
They get 4 runes off it, though. So even though they get the Aegis is all they really win out of this, they're losing the gold exchange.
They drop the trap. Beam. Snipe the kill.
Down he goes.
Arrow. Nobody. Seeing if they can get any scrappy kills here from fleeing Alliance members. Not successful. Spirit just establishing the region here. Gonna get some wards down. Keep Alliance in the dark as much as possible. But Alliance have already migrated down south to also find some farm here.
Tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower
They're
has
looking to
fallen.
hunt.
Is that where Alliance should be, though, or should they be the team that's kind of on the prowl here? I was hearing big things for the TA to kind of go on course, and she has that Blink Dagger, but okay,
Might be
they do
waiting.
find an opening on the Vengeful Spirit top lane. But Venge is already kind of coming at them. Was there?
I think Alliance has to fight around brew split a little bit. If brew split's on cooldown, they definitely want to be a bit more passive.
Arrow, ooh, almost finds Taiga. Coming
Insania's
on the
in
back
trouble.
end of a Moonlight Shadow setup here from Spirit, trying to grab anyone they can. They do get that finish onto Taiga, and it looks like a successful follow-up takedown of Insania here. Spirit just kind of on the up and up suddenly.
It's the same kind of thing, though. It's the supports dying to make space for the cores.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And they killed that
Radiant
core
structures
Venge
are
beforehand.
fortified.
Still not too bad for Alliance, I think.
It's true. All right, Chrono's back up.
Radiant's top tower
And he commits it.
is under attack.
Wow.
Gets the two of them.
Nice
Blink in from
setup.
Koikfa to catch him from the front side. Certainly enough damage to be able to finish off and take down little Hestejo. But all right, now Global
Boars.
comes out. Is there going to be anything from it here? They get that finish on the Mikke.
Nice, Uke.
Nice place from FNG.
And FNG just, oh yeah, hides inside the tree.
Radiant's
Just like
top
he hid from
tower
that call
is under
interview, and he's
attack.
gone.
I think if you're Spirit, you want to take a fight, win a couple, and then get some towers. Like, they can shove down lane so hard with that Venge Beast, but they're going to get out farmed continuously if the game progresses like this. Monkey King is not really a hero
Dire's
that's
top
going to scale into the
tower is
late
under
game.
attack. Dire's structures
Always feels
are
like in
fortified.
theory, like for that hero, he would be just a wonderful late game hero. But yeah, it seems like I never see him really stride.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Both teams more with pseudo carries, to be fair, but I think Void eventually becomes king of this game, especially with Boxy having a Midas. Like, he'll have Vlad's AC pretty soon, and then the game gets hard. I'll put the Bracer first. Yeah,
now
there's the Vlad's. Like, this is a scary brew.
Ooh, man. Vlad's and Deso come together at the same time.
Yeah. It's the armor disparity, and that's the name of the game right now. With physical damage being buffed significantly, when you get into those negatives, it's all about controlling that disparity.
Is that what it is? Like, I know there was a huge dispute about the armor and what it actually means. It means more now in the negative?
Yeah, if it ramps up, the damage ramps up faster as you get into more negative.
So
armors.
hence the higher value in someone like Slardar.
Exactly.
Higher value in Deso, Blightstones, all that stuff. Cool.
And Vlad's for that matter, like just
Vlad's.
stuff that counteracts it. And with Aquila gone, you just have one less armor.
Team-wide armor,
Like,
yeah, for sure.
Lots of emphasis there.
All right, but Spirit.
See what the smoke does.
Light's kind of split here, but they can't find an opening. Looks like they'll
Pretty
settle for the mid lane.
Oh, Phoenix is really your ideal target
Radiant's middle tower is under
here. The
attack.
lines seem pretty suspicious.
Yeah, I was going to say, Villa's suspect of what's happening in the dark over there. And they'll have to settle for the tier 2 tower instead. And they're trying to take fights. They have an Aegis. They want to make some use out of it if possible.
You can see
Light's not making it easy.
how passively they still have to be. Like, they have to be so cautious, even though they have this advantage. Alliance is still shoving out 2 different waves.
Dire's top
Yeah, gotta be
tower
safe
is
here
under
for your
attack.
Void. Just trying to finish up and farm up that Manta. Really boost up the DPS.
I like the choices
And obviously
from Boxy.
helps with the
Lotus
silence.
Orb, huh?
Yeah, you just don't need a blink in a game like this. There's plenty of initiation. Just run in, be strong, ensure that you can't get silenced and burst down.
Yep.
Same with Void. A Lotus is so key when you're playing against literally only single target disables and then that big silence. Phoenix.
Swap back into stun, and the bird is burned.
Okay.
Dire's
Nice
top
quick
tower
kill there,
has
but
fallen.
tier 2 in the top lane falls. Another support kill. Still feels like an okay trade for Alliance.
All right, but now they're going to be tested for real. Can they hold the line? As it's going to be Spirit pushing in. They get a swap back setup.
Oh,
Silence
overkill,
to
but
help secure it.
Great
and
catch.
Go for any follow-up. The buyback comes out, though, and so does the Chrono. Hopping into position, going to be Quakefa. Response play from the MK, dropping down the ulti. Quakefa going to be forced back as they force him forward. The urn is there, but it's not going to be enough, and they smack him back. Oh, my God, the Vengeful falls like a rock. Phoenix goes into the egg, but it gets quickly broken apart, though. Good converge right there from Spirit, but they are trying to run out in a way. Monkey King could be in a bit of trouble. They toss the rock, they stun him down. Dazzle gets the heal, and there's going to be the finish.
They don't even get to use the Aegis.
They use too many spells. Way too many spells in the initial brew kill. Otherwise, they would probably take a Rax off that. And they also then couldn't commit to kill the TA because they weren't confident in continuing. But, man, they still have silence there. They're winning that team fight very hard.
I see why he wanted to use the global, because it feels like if you get that brew kill and he doesn't have buyback, this is Rax. But then he buys back immediately, and you're like, well, shit, now what do we do? But I think you were right. They probably would have had him even without it.
They would have. I did the math.
Okay. I believe you.
And it just gets harder. The brew, I really like the Midas on brew because that Alliance probably had the late game advantage, but the moment you go first item Midas, you know Spirit is on a clock. And I think that their plays have really demonstrated that. And they don't feel confident taking this game into the 30-plus area. I think second Roche is their big timing. They're spending all their money now, and they have to. Falling behind.
Sven just really falling off. Kind of just feels like an overfarm support at this point.
It's because they don't have a real carry. Monkey King is more of the semi-carry. Ganker, not someone you want to buff up. Like, yeah, Beast Venge is nice to have, but it's not as if he's really your building damage in the first place.
Right.
You prefer, like, the ranged carry, the Dusa, which was, of course, banned.
All right, back at it.
Yep, time to be tested once again. Not
Oh,
all
this
the
is
ults ready this
arrow
time,
that.
though.
No
They're
chrono.
gonna try to make it work.
Oh, just a little late. That would have been a potential kill on Boxy again.
PKB, though, comes together for Quakefoot just in the moment. Full 10 seconds to work with.
Nice swap again.
Try to burst fire. Graves there, though.
Sounds a little early, but Jesus, TA actually just died. I think Boxy's died. GG.
Oh, man, that is
Wow.
rough for Alliance.
Chrono, though. Chrono's available. He catches the whole team.
Can he get anything from it? He gets one down, but I don't think that's going to be enough. The egg is going to get committed. They quickly converge onto it. No chance at all.
It's actually over.
Just battering ram, kick the door down.
They going
wow.
Throne? Are you going Throne?
God damn.
No buybacks.
The Venge is still alive. The Vlads, the Aura.
It's pretty much S5 as they
No,
go
don't let it
for
die.
the tier 4s. They're going for the jugular. They want to end this right now.
Our boys'
This
team
is going to be a little tight, but I think they can do it.
Got a juke.
They got it.
They got it.
They got it.
They got it.
Wow.
Damn.
That was a sick ending.
TA's going to be,
5 seconds.
Ron Burgundy would say that escalated quite quickly.
Yeah, they got it. Sweet.
All right, way to keep us on schedule.
Absolutely. Team Spirit with the victory on that one puts this series 1-1. Each team will take a point to walk away from this.
I love the aggression from Team Spirit. They literally just bulldozed. That was blitzkrieg. Alliance caught completely defenseless behind the Maginot line, just unaware that that could even happen. Like, what was that? They're not even there to defend.
That was straight up the power of the Venge swap.
Yeah.
I mean, they were at that
You get
moment.
two.
Yeah, like you hyped it perfectly. That was the moment where they had to make a play happen to end the game or do crippling damage, and they just straight up did it. No buybacks, and that's a death push. Like, they didn't even have the gold advantage at the end.
Can we go to items real quick? Because that really shows like the way these teams play. You can see the double Midas, and if those items pay for that next item on both of these heroes, like a Shiva's on Taiga, the Lotus on Boxy, totally different game.
Yeah.
Look at the side of Spirit. You've got 3 Wraith Bands on the Mirana, 2 on the Monkey King, 2 on the Venge. They're just spending the gold. They didn't buy the most expensive item they have is Diffusal.
Yep, that was the window of opportunity right there.
And a Solar Crest.
No, Sanjay and Yasha doesn't count. It's disassemblable, and they're both 1900. Thank you.
They say Midas is like at its worst, like just after you buy it, until the window, until you get that item to help supplement it. It's just like that was the perfect window for Spirit to rush on in through the door and get something done. QuakeFit just bought that BKB. They were ready to make everything work for potential one more defense. That's all they would have needed.
That is
a little bit of time, and then that would have been their game.
Yep.
It's ridiculous how fast he died, and then there's no buyback, and he's just sitting there like, well, shit, I didn't think the game was going to end right there.
I know,
like,
that was just
what?
crazy.
Sorry, guys. I guess that's my bad.
I feel like we've seen even in Nopango this whole, it's hard to execute. We haven't seen it done cleanly yet, but this idea of, pick up a Vlad's Aura hero, the Beast, the Venge, even Dazzle to an extent because you go the Necro and the Greaves and have the minus armor from your ult.
Yeah.
Hit a timing, buy these cheap items, get the drums if you need it, whatever, and go high ground. 20 minutes, 25 minutes, get the Aegis, go.
Yep.
It works. You find one kill, and all of a sudden the buildings die. And that, again, going back to why minus armor is good, Dakota, our towers were changed.
That's
the whole armor formula was changed, so they now have significantly less, which means minus armor is about 2% per point of minus armor more effective.
Damn. On towers, right?
True.
I think this style of core Venge is also different from what we used to call core Venge or like position 1 Venge, where now it's like she just needs the experience so you can get the swap leveled up so you have the range to make those plays with the charges. Food's here.
That's
Enough
great.
about Vengeful Spirit. Let's take
a
a break.
Patch, or are you looking at old patch notes?
Old patch notes? Cool.
Okay. I wasn't sure. I was curious if you're checking patch if there's something new had come out or not. Doesn't look like it. All right, we're going to cut to... Oh,
no! An interview.
We got to potentially hear.
Who the hell? We already interviewed Team Spirit. Who is it from Alliance? They just lost.
We can't interview
You
the
don't
loser.
interview a loser.
That's just bad taste.
Hey, what are we? TI now?
I can't believe it's not TI.
Yes.
All right, woo.
All right, moving on. Players are probably relieved as well, I guess. Sounds like everyone will just move on with their day. We'll get to the Dota that much faster for you guys. Before we go, though, you guys, if you want, get to your lunch or whatever, you guys out there, you like free stuff, right? Well, if you do, check out, we have Minion Masters. Well, we don't. Discord does. It's a Discord-only title. Going to be in the Discord store first, so go click it. I know, Discord has a store. What the heck is that? It's good. All right, check it out, Minion Masters. If you already own the game, we're giving away codes in our Discord right now. I told Olivia to put the codes out. Exclamation point Discord production reminds me. If you want to know the Discord info, get in there. And then Leafy, our community manager, is going to be. What are you looking at?
I'm Rudolph.
What is that on your nose? The light?
It's just the light.
I'm Rudolph. All right, can we?
You interrupted me. You interrupted me with your freaking Rudolph thing. Anyways, guys, if you're a Minion Master, go get the codes in our Discord right now. Otherwise, get your own plate of food and come back for more Dota, all right? See you soon.